Today I'm going to be discussing the need for change in the dining at TCU. As a current student myself, it has been very difficult for me to find healthy options in the dining halls on campus, and I know I'm not the only one. I hear it from my peers all the time and even get texts from my parents showing me the pictures of the food that they are posting in their Facebook group. Overall, the school needs to provide cleaner, healthier options for its students. TCU made it a requirement for its freshmen and sophomores that live on campus to have a meal plan, and these meal plans are not cheap. They range from $975 to $2,800. TCU actually is one of the most expensive meal plans. To justify this, they have to have options for everyone. I've experienced this firsthand and feel like with this change, the students can focus more on their schoolwork rather than searching for healthy options 3 times a day. I think that these options will help to maintain TCU's positive reputation, draw more students in, and allow students to focus more on their work. So, in order to justify the expense that students are forced to pay for a meal plan, TCU must provide more plentiful, healthy options in order to maintain the school's positive reputation and to keep not only the students happy, but the parents as well. This problem not only affects the students, but the faculty and staff as well as the parents. It is essential that they hear this argument so that they can put their support behind it. However, in order for change to really happen, the people that need to hear this message are Lamont Merriweather, the Market Square Director, and Garciela Todd, the Catering General Manager. My current assessment of the situation is not very positive. I've gone to the Blue as well as KFC and not only didn't see any healthy options, but there were empty trays. This shows that this problem not only affects those who want to eat healthy, but all of the students who eat there. I hear most of the complaints from my friends and other peers, but there's a ton of talk about the lack of options in the TCU Parents Association Facebook group. This was an image of an empty platter that a mom posted with concern after her daughter sent her the picture. I think that this problem has not been solved because no one has presented any solid or feasible alternatives to the right people that can make change happen. In order to see just how much of a problem this is, you have to look at the evidence of dissatisfaction within the TCU community. A lot of this can be found in the parents' Facebook group. One mom writes, "The food is fine, but not fine for all." She explains how her daughter has diet restrictions and cannot eat the food that is in the dining halls. More evidence can be found on college rating websites as well. On niche.com, a TCU student writes, "Only thing that I dislike is the food options. Freshman year meal plans with Blue are brutal, and the only fast food really on campus is Chick-fil-A. Not too many good, healthy options." This negative comment can force a prospective student to choose another school. One prospective student who was wondering about the TCU experience posted a question on Reddit that said, "Is the Blue food actually as bad as people say it is, or is it just an exaggeration?" This shows that TCU is creating a negative reputation for themselves, which can be detrimental in the long run. This is a video that a TCU student made a few years ago that shows some students' opinions on the dining options.
I don't go to the Blue very often because the only 2 things I can really count on being appetizing and available are pizza and cookies, 2 things that I really don't want to base my diet around year-round.
The Blue is a place I can go whenever I'm looking for a quick lunch, but I'm not always counting on it to be a good quality lunch. The only thing I get whenever I go to the Blue is the salad bar that is organic, but even then I've seen them put the non-organic salads into the organic salad bar.
I do understand that this is a difficult problem to fix. The change that I want is expensive. The school has to pay for the food and the staff and many other things, and adding healthy options will just be another added expense. I also think that it is hard for TCU to really understand how important this issue is unless they are the ones living on campus and trying to find 3 meals a day from the very limited options. I know that TCU is aware of this problem and has made some changes in the past. I did notice small improvements in the dining and meal plans from my freshman to sophomore year. However, there is still not enough healthy options. I think that my recommendations are pretty simple. The first is to make sure that there is a constant, plentiful salad bar in both the Blue and KFC. I think that this is an easy way to make a lot of students and faculty's lives better. I also think that there should be another dining hall more similar to the Blue near the Greek housing. This makes it so students living on that side of campus have more options more accessible to them. Another idea that I think would be positive for TCU is to have occasional healthy food trucks. This is a fun way for the TCU community to socialize, stay healthy, and also support local businesses. I think that this budget would be around $75,000, but with the cost of the required meal plans, TCU can afford it. So, in order to force students to pay for a meal plan, TCU needs to justify it by creating more options for the students who have diet restrictions or simply want to eat healthier. This will change the current students' outlook on dining at TCU in a positive way, as well as draw more prospective students in. I know as a student myself that it is difficult to be on your own and independent for the first time. Managing school and social life is hard, so I believe on-campus dining should not be a factor that students should have to worry about. Thanks for listening.